Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. Want to welcome you to the Vinyltreasure Show on this May 28th, 2025. It's the All 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. Got all your requests for this evening. I'm just going to start it off with a couple of records there, but everything else is a request. I think I added a couple flip sides here on this horrible afternoon here. And it is pouring rain here. I forget the degrees here. I don't see it. Pet connection, it says on my thing there. But anyway, so this is our Wednesday evening get-together. We're here from 9 p.m. till midnight. And program note, I will not be on tomorrow. I had a show scheduled for tomorrow, and I will not be on Saturday night. I decided not to do that show because I have new equipment coming in here to the Vinyltreasure studio. So I need to connect that up, and I need to get it up and working, and I have to test it out a little bit. So that was going to really put a damper on me preparing for the shows. And so I decided to do that. So I will be back here next Wednesday evening for the Soul Show. I will return for that show. But I'm going to test out everything here. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, so I just wanted to let you all know that. We open up with a great tune. My aunt always loved that instrumental here. Actually, it's a request for listener Graylin, a.k.a. G-Dog in our YouTube chat room. This keyboardist and songwriter, David Clowney, but you know him as Dave Baby Cortez. A big instrumental hit for him. Well, his big hit was in 1959 on the Clock label. It was called The Happy Organ, and but he recorded on many different labels during his career. Was also a member, well, I think he was a member of the Pearls, if I'm not mistaken, and he was involved with Paul Winley and a bunch of the groups on the Winley label, but a great organist there. And that's his first of 6. That actually came out initially on a label called Julia, which I have, which is out of New York City. I was looking for it. It's not a great copy, but you never see it on the Julia label. Whoever had it played the life out of it. But you can get it easily on the Chess label. That one there on Chess, released in June of 1962. And that was Dave Baby Cortez by request for Graylin with Rinky Dink is the name of the tune. The first time I heard that was on, I think it was a something called, it was Echoes of the Past that Roulette put it out. They were doing a double LPs, and they were like all hits, compilation hits. And I remember when I got the LP, and I was like, what do they make these LPs out of? Because when I took it out of the sleeve, it was like so thin, you can fan it. It was weird. I'm going, how are they making these? And I was so used to those big, thick LPs. But anyway, enough of my babbling here. Let's open up here. Let's open up with this great tune. This is my selection here, and I always liked this tune. Around 1966 or so, he had some great songs that came out. I'm talking about Marvin Gaye. This was his 18th release on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Tamla record label, and one of the thousands, or I don't know how many they did, one of the great many compositions done by Brian Hyland, Lamont Dozier, and Eddie Holland. This one charted number 52 on Cashbox, 47 on Billboard, number 10 on the R&B chart, and a big number 5 record if you were tuned into WBEE, which was up in Chicago, Illinois. Now, the background vocals here are provided by a trio. They were known as the Andantes, and they were Marlene Barrow, Jackie Hicks, and Louvain Demps. This one released in August 1966. I really like this tune by Mr. Marvin Gaye on the Tamla label. It's called Little Darling, I Need You, Marvin Gaye.
It's so hard loving you, but I don't wanna let it go. A little darling, I need you. A little darling, I love you. Little darling, I want you. Little darling, got to have
Here you go. That's worth every bit of the 25 cents I paid for that 45 when I found it out in the wild there. As we open up the vocal portion from August 1966, that's the great Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye on the Tamla record label. Little Darling, I Need You is the name of the tune. Johnny G needs these 45s. I was going to say like a hole in the head, but I don't. I'm just addicted to the 45. Let us continue here. Let's stay in Detroit, Michigan now for this gal. Now, she would make her debut back in 1964 with a release on the Kiki label, and I need that record. I don't have it as LaWanda William, which was her real name, but she would change it to Wanita Williams for her next two releases. This one came out on Eddie Wingate's Golden World record label. It's arranged by Sammy Lowe. This charted number 24 on KATZ. If you were listening in St. Louis, Missouri, let's go to September of 1964. Give a listen to Wanita Williams. Wanita Williams on the Golden World label. Her tune is called Baby Boy. There you go. That's the sound of my mother called me here is what she did. That's the sound of Wanita Williams there. Wanita Williams, September 1964 release. That's on the Golden World record label. Baby Boy is the name of that tune. What else do I have here? And I said that she would have one more release in 1965 for Wingate Records. That was in 1967. I do have that 45. Now, you know, she would also form the Honeybees with her sister Barbara Ann Williams and Mary Lee. They recorded for the Garrison record label. That is an in-demand 45. I do not have that record, though. I've been looking for that record, but that's not going to be a cheapo here. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. Those of you that are new here to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And this would technically have been the first of 3 shows this week, but it's going to be the only show this week. I will be back next Wednesday evening, so you'll have to bear with me. I may need some of you, though, around sometime kind of late to test some things. So if you could, if you're hanging around, you're not doing anything or anything else, you can check out the show here. You should just stick around. That's why you need to subscribe. You'll get a notification when Johnny G goes live. Let us continue here for a Wednesday evening, and I got to thank a new listener here to the Vinyltreasure show. It's nice receiving emails. I receive them all the time from people that are finding out about the show and on the YouTube stream. And it's a good thing here that I hope you enjoy what I do here. And I always love to play the requests. This is really the only time I get to hear the records too, by the way. But I saw him in the chat room, Lee in Virginia, who is his favorite music is beach music. And we love the beach music here. I mean, I never looked at it as beach music, but down in the Carolinas, that's what it was called. It's kind of music to shag to, you know what I mean? But anyway, and we're going to play some sounds for Lee. I have one here up on the turntable. My aunt really loved this song quite a bit as it was played here in the New York area, and so we're going to send this one out to Lee in Virginia, and this is a great beach tune here, and this group is from Atlanta, Georgia, and this is a great example of that beach sound. The group got together in high school, got their name from a kind of hat, okay? Does anybody have a hat called, they were called tam o' shanters? What is a tam o' shanter? Somebody send me a picture of that at vinyltreasures@aol.com. But they were performing at a local venue, and they were performing for about 10 years before they really were discovered. And they were discovered by Atlanta, Georgia music man and label owner Bill Lowry. He was already known in the business. He had a label called NRC Records, and a whole bunch of great, some cool tunes on that label, and other labels too, by the way. But originally, they signed with Arlen Records out of Philadelphia, had 5 releases on that label. Their debut single was a great tune called Untie Me. That I have featured here on the program before. Then in 1963, they signed with ABC Paramount. They had 18 singles on the ABC Paramount and ABC record label, and this was their 18th release. Now, this was not the original version of the song. This song was first done by a group called the Sensational Epics, and they recorded for Warner Brothers Records. Their release was like late December 67, early January 68, and I have featured that one here on the program also. But let's give a listen to this version as done by the Tams, and it features a Joseph Pope on lead. We're going to send it out to Lee in Virginia in our YouTube chat room. This charted number 63 on Cashbox, 61 on Billboard, 28 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 7 record if you were tuned in to WAPE in Jacksonville, Florida from March 1968 for Lee in Virginia. These are the Tams with their version of the tune, Be Young, Be Foolish, but Be Happy for Lee.
But be happy. Be young, be foolish, but be happy.
Yeah, we'll call it we'll call it beach music here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. But yes, I agree with Mark Speck. He says that I call it all soul music anyway. It's not that I'm playing one special type of genre of soul music, because I run the gamut when it comes to all soul music and also blue-eyed soul and other types of music too, because I know a lot of you received a bunch of emails today about the girl group sound. But anyway, there you go. But that is a cool tune. That will send that one out to Lee in Virginia. That is Joseph Pope on lead with the Tams, March 1968. On ABC Records, Be Young, Be Foolish, and Be Happy is the name of the tune. We try to be happy here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. If you are, please give me a thumbs up on the YouTube page and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Now I have an old request here that want to feature for a Mike Sape, not Mike Sape. How about Mark Speck? Mike Sape doesn't tune it. Well, I think he does on the archive. But let me find the notes here that I have for Mark, and where is it? It's on this page that I can't get to, page 5 or page 6. And where's page 6? Here we go. No, it's not. Page 6 is on in my hand. So Mark Speck sent me some requests, and I didn't get them all, but I want to make sure that Mark is in the chat room. I saw him, so I'm going to play it. If I see you in the chat room, I'm going to play your request. Okay? So let's go to Philadelphia now to Dave. Oh, Charlene has Dave Chackler's a Philtown record label. This group made their debut on the Van Dyke Records, a rare record that they do on the Van Dyke label sometime in the early 60s. It was called If I Were King, probably more of a doo-wop sound that I feature on my Saturday night show. And they also have another release on the Gaiden label. I think this was their last single, from September of 1966, and we're going to send it out to Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. The September 66 release for the Globe Lighters. The Globe Lighters on the Philtown record label. It's called, I think I got your right side here, it's called The Way You Do. These are the Globe Lighters, by request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room.
So many things to see, strange places calling me, pictures of the world keep passing me by. So I told myself a lie, say I'm gonna say goodbye, but then you look at me
Cool tunes on a Wednesday evening. There you go. The Globeliters is the name of the group. That one there released in September 1966. That's on the Philtown record label. The Way You Do is the name of the tune. I could play The Way You Do the Things You Do by the Temptations would be a good segue to that. But this one there going out to Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. Mark Speck, very knowledgeable on the Northern Soul scene, as many of you are. And I get many emails from listeners in the UK. They get up in the early morning and they tune into the program. Some are here live, believe it or not. They do listen to the show live, I have to say. But let us continue here and let's fill requests for listener David Vielma in our YouTube chat room. Now, this group, they formed at the Greater Harvest Baptist Church up in Chicago, Illinois, sometime around 1960. They would sign with Chess Records in 1962. Their debut single is actually a cool tune from August 62 called Father Knows Best. But let's give a listen to their sixth release. This was their sixth of 15 releases on the Chess record label. This tune written by Gerald Sims, and they're all singing on this one. Usually Maurice McAllister, I think maybe he's on this too. You'll hear his voice. He was the lead about this time. This charted nationally too, only number 91 on the Billboard chart, 14 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 4 record on WABQ if you were tuned in Cleveland, Ohio from March 65 by request for listener David Vielma. These are the Radiants. The Radiants on Chess Records, and the name of their tune is called It Aint No Big Thing. This is for David Vielma.
Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Oh, I got a feeling that I am losing you. But what's the use? Why worry when there's nothing I can do? Oh, ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Run on, little girl. Run on your merry way. But don't forget everyone has his day. Oh, ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. I won't try to hold you. I guess you made up your mind. What good would it do? I'd only be wasting my time. Oh, run on, little girl. Run on your merry way. But don't forget everyone has his day. Oh, ain't no big thing. Run on, little girl. Ain't no big ain't no big thing. Run on, little girl. Ain't no big thing. I don't want you no more, baby. Ain't no big thing.
There you go, by request for David Vielma in our YouTube chat room. That's March 65 release, The Sound of the Radiance here on the All 60s edition on the Chess record label. What did I say that was? Their sixth release for Chess Records. It Ain't No Big Thing is the name of the tune. Well, Johnny G is going to be taking care of some big things starting tomorrow, and that's the reason why I will not be on for the next show. But and I had a show all planned for tomorrow afternoon. It was going to be the Collector's Flip Side. Actually, I think I might have posted it up there. You'll see the dates on there. So they are the upcoming dates. So be sure to click that button to get notifications. So I put the shows when I will be on the next time, but we're going to test out the system soon. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request for Avatar in our YouTube chat. I couldn't find this record last week, but I found it this week. And I remember I bought this from The Count. So he had, I don't know what this record goes for, Reed. Maybe you can check it out. But this gal, this female singer from Philadelphia, PA, she started singing in gospel groups when she was 12 years old. And she was singing with the True Gospel Singers. And then when record producer, composer, and label owner Luther Dixon, he discovered her, and she had her first release in 1961 for the Malibu record label. She has other releases that are good, too, on End and Smash. And this one's on Luther Dixon's Ludix record label. Let's go to March of 1963 and give a listen to Anna King. Anna King on the Ludix label. This is going out by request to Avatar. The name of the tune is called, we heard Ain't No Big Thing. Well, this is called The Big Change. Anna King for Avatar.
I understand when the sun goes down.
Yes, I know when a boy has turned of age, boy has changed to man. Oh, yes, I know when a girl has changed her name. She must take the weight of the fact that the books all show her how to change. Baby, I don't know what's her name. What's her name? What brought on the big change? Haven't I been true? What brought on the big change? The big change in you. Oh, but that the books all show her how to change. Baby, I don't know what's her name. What's her name? What brought on the big change? Haven't I been true? What brought on the big change? The big change in you. What's the matter, baby? Why do you treat me like you do? Why don't you love me anymore? I'm still in love with you. Tell me, baby, what's the big change in you?
There you go, by request for Avatar in our YouTube chat room. That's Anna King. Anna King on Luther Dixon's Ludex record label. You know, the Chantels are on there. I got a bunch of records on this Ludex label. March 1963, The Big Change is the name of the tune. The Big Change will be coming here to the Vinyltreasure show. You know, she would become a minister in the 1970s. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2002, but we remember Miss Anna King here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let's continue here. Let's fill a request now for L.A. Arch, another new listener to the Vinyltreasure show. He is in our YouTube chat room. Yes, Mark, I see. Mark Speck wants to hear the flip side of this 45, so we will do that. And L.A. requested this quartet from Memphis, Tennessee. They included Sam Burns, Richard Harris, Curtis Johnson, Elihu Stanbeck. Collectively, they were known as the Astors, but initially they recorded as the Chips. The Chips, they were named after producer Chips Moman in 1961, a release on the Satellite record label, which I have, by the way, but Satellite Records would then become Stax Records, and they would change their name to the Astros. They had 4 releases on the label. This was their second and the group's biggest hit. This charted number 63 on Billboard, 12 on the R&B chart, number 3 record if you were tuned into WIBG in Philadelphia. This tune written by Steve Cropper and Isaac Curtis, and it features Curtis Johnson on lead by request for L.A. Arch. These are the Astors, not Astros, Astors. No. Astors, A-S-T-O-R-S. Charlene's got a transpo here. A-S-T. Astors, Charlene. Astors, May 1965 on the Stax record label. The tune is called Candy. This is for L.A. Arch. Whoops, wrong one, Johnny. Yeah, I want to send that tune out to Andy Lamusio in our YouTube chat room. And we need to say prayers for Andy Lamusio. Hope that he feels better there. And he said, Johnny, I think I know this song, and I think I'm going to like it because it sounds like my name. Yes, it does, Andy. That song is called Candy by the Astors, Charlene. The Astors. You know I read. You know how fast I read. But anyway, that's their second release on the Stax record label, May 1965, and a song entitled Candy. We're going to do an instant request. As many of you already know, Johnny G cannot take requests the night of the show because I'm playing real records. So when I have the real record, I have to go down to the no humidity basement and pull them out to play them. And that sometimes is a chore. But I could play flip sides if you so desire and you really, really like the tune. So I know that Mark Speck, I think you have asked me that before to flip this record over, so we're going to do that. Let's flip the 45 over, give a listen to an instant B-side. This is by request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, The Sound of the Astors from May 1965, the flip side of Candy. It's called I Found Out for Mark.
About you, baby. Found out you with another man. I caught up with you, baby. Caught with your hands in hand. You small lie, sit and cry, thinking about those lies that you'd told me. But no more, there'll be no more heartaches for me to face. I'm gonna leave you, oh yes I am. No, find another place where I can lay my head with one beside me. That's not always in the street. Do you remember what I told you? If you be true, so am I. And you told yeah. You lied, you cheated, you should have mistreated me. You lied, you cheated, you should have mistreated me. About you, baby. I caught you with another man. You got me, but I found out, baby. Oh yes, I found out, baby.
Yeah, B-sides here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there, instant request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Astors on the Stax record label from May 1965 with I Found Out. That is the B-side to their tune called Candy. Now I have here on this session here was Steve Cropper was on guitar, Isaac Hayes on piano, Dick Dunn was the bass, Al Jackson on drums, and the Memphis Horns and and the Memphis Horns were Wayne Jackson and Andrew Love. All-star lineup there in the Chess Studios there for the Astors. I'm saying Astros, Charlene, because you have it on there. Now, I don't know if I have all this group's singles here. I can check because I think I put them on 45 Cats. And I'm missing one of their records. Okay, I'm missing the one called Daddy Didn't Tell Me, backed with More Power to You, but I have all the other ones, and is what I do. Wow, is that, no, I thought that one was, how much does that one cost? How much is What Can It Be? Does that sell for a lot of money? Holy moly. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show with a girl group sound here as we fill a request for listener George Chestnut. And this girl group, they were an offshoot of the Blossoms. Okay, now this group consisted of two original members of the Blossoms, Gloria Jones and Nanette Williams, and the sometimes fill-in Blossom, she goes by the name of Carolyn Willis. Now they got together with David Gates. Of course, David Gates would form that 1970s pop group Bread, but he was so instrumental in the late 1950s. He's got a couple of releases, some cool releases. He has a Doowop release. I think it's on the Mala label, but he has some recordings. I have his early recordings too, but he was involved in so much in the 1960s with writing and producing, and this was one of them. This was their first of two for the Colpix record label. He wrote the tune, David Gates. This charted number 77 on Cashbox, 49 on Billboard, number 8 on WMEX out of Boston, Massachusetts. And I have the true first way, so it on the DJ copies, and maybe it's only the DJ copies. I don't know if there's stock copies, but it's called Jimmy Boy. But when you bought the stock copy, and I showed you the stock copy, it was called My One and Only Jimmy Boy. Was there even another title? Maybe. I don't know. But I'm playing the original DJ copy, and it's a vinyl press. It's okay, but because it plays better than styrene. But let's give it a spin here. From October 1963, here are the Girlfriends by request for George Chestnut on Colpix Records, and my copy says Jimmy Boy. There you go. That's the sound of the Girlfriends there. That one there by request for George Chestnut, the Girlfriends, their first of two on the Cold Picks record label, October 1963. Jimmy Boy, if you have it, my one and only Jimmy Boy is the name of the tune. Now, you know, Carolyn Willis, she would go on to join the Honeycone. The Honeycone that recorded for Hot Wax Records, you know, like Stick Up, Highway Robbery, and Want Ads and all that. And I think Darlene's Love Sister, too, who unfortunately passed away. I think it was sometime last year it was. But Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening, and this will be the only show for the week. I'll be back next Wednesday night getting some new electronic equipment in, and I got to check it out here. So I may call on you to check out the sound and the video and whatnot. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room, and I'm trying to find my page 1 here. Where's my page? Here's my page 1. And this is a request for Adrian, who is tuned into the program in Mexico. And he requested this duo. I think they're out of Chicago on the Mika, M-I-C-A, Mika Records. They're a duo. They were called Ray and Dave. Now, Ray is Ray Caldwell, and Dave is Dave Brown. And this tune written by Ray Caldwell. Let's see here. You got Bob Lee and Jimmy Dobbins. Are those the writers? I guess yes. This is produced by Bob Lee. It's arranged by George Patterson, and I'm going to play the flip side of this because I like the flip side of this also. This is from October 1966 by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat. And let's give a listen to Ray and Dave on Mika Records, M-I-C-A. It's called 6 Lonely Days. This is for Adrian.
It's been 5 lonely days since I've heard a word. It's been 5 lonely nights that I've been hurt inside over you, over you, over you. Won't you just drop me a line if I ever cross your mind? Won't you just drop me a line? It won't take much of your time. Standing by the mailbox, baby. Standing by the man. Here he comes, bringing me empty hand. Now it's been 6 lonely days. I haven't heard a word from you. No, not a word from you. Even though mail don't go through on a Sunday, Monday or Tuesday will do. You can write me, baby, on a Monday. Any day will do. Yeah, yeah. Pencil and paper don't cost too much. Only. And a stamp is just a dime. 1 dime, dime, dime. If you just write me, baby, I'll return your dime. Baby, drop me a line if I ever cross your mind. Won't you just drop me a line? It won't take much of your time. Oh, how do you make your baby? Oh, baby, 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 please. Oh, how do you plead for a little sympathy? Oh, please, 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 please. Oh, how do you mourn? I hear you on my mind. Baby, please. Oh,
Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That is a low rider, a great tune there by request for Adrian Viterbo, October 1966. That is the duo of Ray and Dave. Ray and Dave on the Mika label. 6 Lonely Days is the name of the tune. Let's flip it over here. This is Johnny G's selection on the flip side, because this is the intended A-side here, side that I'm putting on now. And this tune also written by Ray Caldwell, one of the singers there, Jimmy Dobbins and Bob Lee. And this charted up in Chicago, where this label was released. It was a number 6 record on WBEE, number 6 sound for Ray and Dave, October 66. The flip side of 6 Lonely Days. This is the A side. It's called Wrong, Wrong, Wrong. Ray and Dave. Yeah, what could we say? That was a twin spin there. First, we heard the intended B-side for listener Adrian Viterbo, Ray and Dave, October 66, 6 Lonely Days on the Mika label. That was the intended A-side from October 66. That is Ray Caldwell and Dave Brown. Ray and Dave with Wrong, Wrong, Wrong. Johnny G ain't wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. Not all the time. I try not to be. Johnny G is a perfectionist, I have to say. I've always been during my career at work. And believe me, when you're in accounting, you got to get it right. If you get it wrong, you're going to get fired. I'm speaking from experience too, folks. You don't want to do that. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, this will be our only show of this week. So it's not that Johnny G is gone. We're just doing some electronic upgrades here. So stay tuned for that as we continue here. Let's fill a request for Busta Bass, who thought I wasn't on today. It wasn't. And I kept get people telling you to check to make sure you'll see the shows up on my YouTube site. But you'll see the next show will be next Wednesday. And let's fill this request for Busta Bass, this singer from St. Louis, Missouri. Now, earlier in 1965, he recorded with Tom, and he was Jerry-O on ABC Paramount Records, a song called Boogaloo that I think Avatar mentioned was he was sued by MOTOWN Records, and I don't know if that I remember that record was on 2 labels, I think, originally, but his name was Jerry Murray, and he had his own label, and Boogaloo was a big thing in the 1960s. I think it's a 1960s thing. He had a label called Boogaloo Records, and this is his label. This would get picked up, I think, by Shout Records, and then when it was a big hit, well, a big regional hit, I should say. But his name is Jerry-O. His real name is Jerry Murray, and this is his first of 5 on this label, which is out of Detroit, and he wrote the tune. And this charted number 3 on WHIH in Norfolk, Virginia. This is from May of 1967 by request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room at Jerry-O with Karate Boogaloo. This is for Busta.
Come on, y'all. Let's ball. Baby. Hey, hey, what I say? Oh, stomp, shout, and work it on out. Come on, girl. Kick it. Up in here. Chilly eye. Watch me karate style.
Yeah, that's going out to Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. That's Jerry-O. Jerry-O, his name is Jerry Murray. From May 1967, featured the first press on his label, Boogaloo Records. Karate Boogaloo is the name of the tune, and Avatar mentions that the girls backing him up, they would go on to become back up Tony Orlando as Dawn. That's Telma. Is it Telma or Thelma? I don't know. Hopkins and Joyce Vincent. That is pretty interesting. I didn't know that. That is interesting. Charlene, you got to put that down on that tune. Jerry O for Busta Bass, Karate Boogaloo. The only other karate record, I know the karate label, right? And I know Kung Fu Fighting too. You know that song? What else could we say with that? Anybody? Any other kind of karate tunes? I don't know. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat as we go to Dallas, Texas for this group. And they have so many releases on different labels. They came into the spotlight with 2 releases, one on the Bell record label called I Ain't Got to Love Nobody Else. And then in 1969, they do a great tune that I remember hearing on the radio. I'm Just an Average Guy. They followed that up with this tune. It features Lee Hatem. Did I say that right, Charlene? Lee Hatem. Is it Hatim? Lee Hatem on lead. It's from May of 1969. They're called The Masqueraders. The Masqueraders, this is their 4th release on the AGP label. This charted number 30 on WHIH in Norfolk, Virginia. Going out to Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. The Masqueraders with their tune called Say It.
Say
That's the sound of the Masqueraders here on the Vinyltreasure Show by request for Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat. May 1969 release on the AGP record label. Say It is the name of the tune. Johnny G says it all the time. If you would consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel, we'll keep the copyright police away. That we don't like them. I got to make sure that I get the hits all played here before in the first 2 hours, because once they come out and then they stay out for a while, then we run into the chance of getting. And I'm telling you, I think all the shows for the last 4 weeks were they blacked it out. And at least we were lucky last week because it was after midnight. But anyway, let us continue here, and let's fill a request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat. Let's go to Chicago now for this group. Their first release was on the Conlo label as The Shells. This was the group's very next release. Came out on the Volt record label. The tune written by the group, well, I should say the group wrote this. The group included Billy Harper, Charles Calvin, James Calvin, and Willie James Exxon. This tune produced by Jerry Butler and Eddie Thomas. Let's go to March of 1966. It's going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Four Shells. The Four Shells on the Volt record label. Paid $1 for this tune. It's called Reputation for Chris Reed. There you go, March 1966 release there for the Four Shells. The Four Shells on the Volt record label. That one there going out to listener Chris Reed. Reputation is the name of the tune. You know, Johnny G's got to hold up my reputation here, and I think I do, as with the shows that I feature here. So it's so important that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So thank you all. Glad that you're enjoying the soul sounds here on a Wednesday evening. We're live on Oldies and More Radio and also on YouTube. This is my first show of the week, and only this week. I will not be on tomorrow afternoon. I had a show planned for the 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m., was a collector Flipside show. I'll do that the following Thursday, and Saturday night show, I decided to can that show because I got to test all my equipment, make sure everything is working fine in the Johnny G studios. So stay tuned for that. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Edmund Williams, who I think he's probably working this evening, but he listens to the show on the archive, as many of you do. And he requested this gal from Miami, Florida. Her debut single came out back in 1967 on the Solid Soul label, a very in-demand 45, which I do not have. Her second release, I think she also recorded for the Deep City label out of Miami. That was a local label. But she had 30 releases on Henry Stone and Steve Alamo's Alston label, which was also based out of Miami, Florida. This was her 10th release, and this was a 45 that I purchased back in the day. Touch of the 70s here on the Vinyltreasure show. This tune written and produced by Willie Clark and Clarence Reed, who also had releases on this label, Alston Records. And this one arranged by Willie George Hale. And this, I think, would be her biggest hit. This was number 6 on the Billboard chart, number 2 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record in some places, especially in Miami, Florida, on WMBM, that station in Miami, Florida. Let's go to October of 1971. Let's keep the copyright gremlins away. Hit those hearts. By request for Edmund Williams, Miss Betty Wright. Betty Wright on the Alston label, and her tune called Clean Up Woman. This is for Edmund Williams in Queens.
A clean up woman is a woman who gets all the love we girls leave behind. The
go. The sound of Betty Wright here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Lost my place here. And her tune, that's a hit there. I was worried about that record, to be honest. Clean Up Woman is the name of the tune. Where did I put my... Here. Well, I lost my notes. From October 1971. That one they're going out to Edmund Williams. Betty Wright, Clean Up Woman is the name of the tune. Featured it on the Alston record label. As you know, Edmund sometimes requests the flip sides of the 45. And I don't know, has anybody ever flipped over their copy of Clean Up Woman? We're going to do it here. Okay, there you go. Let's give a listen to the B-side here by request for Edmund Williams. This tune, a song that she wrote together with Willie Clark and Willie George Hale. It's from October 71, the flip side of Clean Up Woman on the Alston label. It's called I'll Love You Forever. Miss Betty White. Betty White. How about Betty Wright, Johnny, with a B-side?
I love you forever. I love you forever. Take a look into my eyes. Can't you see just how much you mean to me? Hold me, darling, in your sweet loving arms. Can't you feel all the happiness you've given me? Our love was meant to be. Please give your heart to me, and I'll love you forever, heart and soul. I know you've been hurt and left standing at your door. So now you're trying to even up the score. But just because you say you're blue, baby, don't you know I've had the same heartaches too? Yes, I have, but I'm trying to forget it and start all over again. But I need a little help. Why don't you please give me your hand? Say you'll be mine forevermore, yeah. And I promise, baby, you'll never be hurt no more. Our love was meant to be. Please give your heart to me, and I'll love you forever, heart and soul. Don't you know that I will love you to me? Heart and soul, yeah. Don't you know that I will love you? Oh, don't you know you forevermore? Heart and soul, yeah. Don't you know that I will love you to me?
There you go, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Edmund Williams, October 1971 release there. That's the flip side of Cleanup Woman by Betty Wright, her 10th release on the Alston record label, song entitled I'll Love You Forever. You got to flip over your 45s, those of you that collect the 45s. They got, sometimes there's great records on the flip side, sometimes better than the A side. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you, people. Thank you, L.A. Arch, in our YouTube chat. Much appreciated here. Your appreciation for the Vinyltreasure show as we continue here. And fill a request for this is for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room, as for this R&B singer songwriter from West Point, Mississippi. He was the first artist to have a major hit for the Berry Gordy Jr. Motown empire. His song called Money, That's What I Want, on the Anna/Tamla label. That was a big, big hit, and he was the first one to score a major hit for Berry Gordy Jr. But Gary requested his, I don't know if this was the next release or whatnot, on the Anna label. This one also came out on Tamla in July of 1960, but this is the first press from May 1960. Barrett Strong, and this one here, this label Anna, owned by Ann and Gwen Gordy, and also Billy Davis, who I think produced this record. Anna Gordy wrote it together with Brian Holland, and this charted number 6 on WOOK in Washington, D.C. by request for Gary McClendon from May 1960. Let's give a listen to Barrett Strong. Barrett Strong on Anna Records. It's called You Knows, with an S. You Knows What to Do. Barrett Strong for Gary McClendon.
You got me feeling bad, you always make me sad. You never treat me right, you always wanna fight. Still I love you so, I'll never let you go, no. You ain't no good, it's true, but you know what to do. Oh yeah, you're alright, oh yeah, you're alright. You're always telling lies and you're making me cry. You do me wrong, you stay away too long. I can't put you down, I gotta have you around, yeah. Because when I'm sad and blue, you know what to do. Oh yeah, you're alright, oh yeah, you're alright. My own mother said that you were out of your head, and it couldn't be that you are meant for me. But she ain't found what you've been putting down, no, no. I said, mama, you don't know, but she knows what to do. Oh yeah, she's alright, oh yeah, she's alright. That you were out of your head, and it couldn't be that you were meant for me. But she ain't found what you've been putting down, no, no. I said, mama, you don't know, but she knows what to do. Oh yeah, she's alright, oh yeah, she's alright. The way you love a man, you're alright.
you go. That one there, the cusp of the 60s there. That one there from, what did I say, May 1960? I lost my place. Yeah, for Gary McLindon there, May 1960, Mr. Barrett Strong. Barrett Strong on the Anna record label. You Knows What to Do. Now, I decided I didn't know if I should play that one or play the Tamla one, which came out a couple months later there. So I have either one, but they're originally released in May of 1960. Johnny G here on a Wednesday as we are spinning these 60s Soul 45s. Let's fill a request now for listener Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat. You guys and gals know this group. They backed up Ike and Tina Turner on many of their releases, but they had releases on their own. And Joe requested the group's biggest hit, and this was their first of 4 on the Atco record label. This tune written by Ike Turner. Now it features Dolores Johnson on lead, and they're called the Ikeettes. Now the other gals in the group here were Josie Armstead, or Josie Armstead, I should say. Not Josie, not Josie. Josie Armstead, Eloise Hester, and Tina Turner. I guess was she a member too, Charlene, at this time? I don't know. That's what's here. This charted number 19 on Billboard, number 3 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on WCO in Columbus, Ohio, from November 1961. Going out to Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, in our YouTube chat room. These are the Ikeettes with I'm Blue, parentheses, the gong song. There you go, for Joseph Smith. There you go, by request for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat from November 1961. That's their first of 4 on the Atco record label, the Ikeettes. The Ikeettes with I'm Blue, parentheses, the Gong song is the name of the tune. I heard that, when was that? What was that, what was that movie? It wasn't, was it Hairspray that had it on there? Was that the movie that had all the oldies in it? I'm getting confused here, where they were dancing that in the line dances there. I forget. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Let us continue here, and let's fill a request. New listener here to the program. His name is Ralph Like. Ralph Like from Syracuse, a.k.a. Record Ralph. He requested this group from Geneva, New York. They were all white except their lead singer. They had 4 releases on the Buffalo-based Aphrodisiac record label. What a cool record label to be called, Aphrodisiac Records. Now, this was the group's debut single. It became their biggest hit, charted number 80 on Billboard, 78 on Cashbox, a big #1 record on a number of stations, WNIA and WYSL. They were out of Buffalo, New York, WJET out of Erie, Pennsylvania, and WGVA from their hometown, Geneva, New York. And this is the true first press of this. So check your copy if you have this record. This record. I think this is the true first copy. Is it the one without the... I'm wondering if there was one without a number or not. I have to think about that. But check your copy if it says Wilmer and the Dukes, or Wilmer Alexander Jr. and the Dukes, as this one says. And let me see. Yeah, actually, I have a note here. I found a 45 that is the true first copy. First presses show Wilmer Alexander Jr. and the Dukes. Second presses added the song Time. It's the time that's the issue. And the third presses shortened the name to Wilmer and the Dukes. Check your copy. Let's go to May of 1968 by request for Ralph in Syracuse, a.k.a. Record Ralph, Wilmer Alexander Jr. and the Dukes. It's called Give Me One More Chance for Ralph. There you go, by request for Record Ralph in Syracuse, New York, May 1968, released there for Wilmer Alexander Jr. And the Dukes on the Aphrodisiac record label. Song entitled Give Me One More Chance. Well, give Johnny G one more chance to tune in here to the program, but consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and click that bell to get notifications when I'll be back. I'll be back next Wednesday evening right here on YouTube and Oldies and More Radio. Let us continue here. And let's go up to Chicago now and fill a request for listeners Strictly 45s. You all know this group. They had a great sound. This is their 19th release on the ABC Paramount record label. Actually, this is the B-side of the 45 because then I'm going to flip it and play the A-side, Johnny G's choice. But this tune written by the lead singer of the group, his name is Curtis Mayfield. This is arranged by Johnny Pate. This charted number 80, so both sides of this record charted, but this was a number 80 on WDRC out of Hartford, Connecticut. If you were listening, from October 1965, the sound of Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions. This is on the ABC Paramount record label. It's called Man, Oh Man, the Impressions for Strictly 45s.
Man, oh man, have you been to Spain, where the joy of laughing people make you happy again? Women so pretty, even more so at night, while in the streets their dance brings unto you such delight. And man, oh man, before you go home, catch a flight on to the wonders of Rome. Italy's beauty may put on a show to arouse all your love and make your heart grow. And I wanna go to the sweetness of time. I wanna go and reminisce what was mine. I wanna go again and again, for I'll never forget your bright eyes as we sat there. Man, oh man, in the middle of France. Though odds were against us, I still took a chance. A chance in a lifetime was with us that night. I found you at last with love at first sight. And I I still took a chance. A chance in a lifetime was with us that night. I found you at last with love at first sight. And I wanna go to the sweetness of time. I wanna go and reminisce what was mine. I wanna go.
There you go, Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions going out for Strictly 45s. And I lost my place. Yeah, Strictly 45s, October 1965. Man, oh man, is the name of the tune. I was saying that with all the rain here that we had. My father was like, man, oh man, look at all the rain. The guy couldn't even come and cut the grass. But anyway, but let's flip this over because I like the up-tempo side of this too. As the copyright police are out, let me just tell you all a thing here or two, that if you do have a request here, you have to understand that if you see this table here, you see the table there with all the records on it. Well, those are all the requests that I got for this show for tonight. Of course, I'm just trying to go through a song for each person here to play, so at least you get the requests in for them. So I have a lot of requests to get to, and sometimes I'm trying to kind of finagle around the hits, though, because when we get later in the show, then they're going to block the video. But again, you need to email me. Charlene, you should have typed it in the chat room there, where the listeners need to contact me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the best way. Other people go to the YouTube, okay, because I do get instant emails from YouTube. I forward them to Charlene when I tell her that I have the songs, but we've been keeping, I don't know, I got to do a better job of keeping control of the requests, because there's so many that come in, because I have to pull them, and that's what's the most difficult thing, and that's probably the reason why I can't really do the show for Saturday, because I just won't have enough time with the 2 days that I need to be up here to get the records out, get the requests out. And I have a show all set up for Thursday, so that's all ready to go. But and I know what I have a lot of the songs for this coming Saturday, but I'm just not going to have time to do it. I got other personal things to take care of, so that's going to be a difficult thing for me to do. But I'm glad you're here, tuned into the program. You need to tell your friends about this show. You can watch it on your iTV. A lot of people tune in. They're lounging on their sofas, husband and wives, tuned into the program, or your tablet, or your iPhone, or your Android, and what did I miss? Your regular PC. So there you go. That's the way to watch. Or you can listen on oldiesandmore.com. That is also the place to go if for somehow Johnny G gets pinched here. I'm not on here because they block it, and it's just a terrible thing that they do. I talk about it here. I don't want to harp on it, but they post the show. Why are you blocking the show when you're posting it about 2 hours later with the chat? See, I know when there's an issue because they'll email me, and there may be a song that I played that the owners of the content, and again, it's because I'm on not my server, I'm on YouTube, so they have rules and regulations to the owners of these records. And now they're using artificial intelligence to identify the songs. And since they started that, they've been blocking my show toward the end after I get through a couple hours or so. And sometimes they identify the songs incorrectly. So when they do that, they say, oh, Johnny played some Spanish tune in the United States that's, not allowed. I can't even get anybody. So that is the reason why. So I try to stay away from hits, but sometimes I do get them in and I play them, and they allow me. They give me leeway because I think I have because so many people tune into the program for hours on end to watch it. So that is the thing. But you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the best way for me to get your requests. Or you can type them neatly like Bust the Bass does on my YouTube page. That's the way to do it. But let's flip over this this Impressions tune, because I really like this side, and so did my Aunt Mary. We flip over the October 1965 release for the Impressions, Man Oh Man, their 19th release for ABC Paramount. You get this tune, of course, penned by Curtis Mayfield. This also arranged by Johnny Pate. Now, this charted number 33 on Billboard, number 12 on the R&B chart, and a big number 3 record if you were tuned in to WAWA in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, October 1965 release. Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions on ABC Paramount. The song is called You've Been Cheating. The Impressions.
Forget cheating, wishing you I'd never met, 'cause you've been cheating. Did you know lies can't be seen in your eyes? And from wrong you'll never be free. No use in crying, you've been lying, you've been cheating, cheating on me. You made me suspecting, I know. You don't want me. Cookies crumble, and that's how it goes. You don't want me. Did you know lies can't be seen in your eyes? And from wrong you'll never be free. No use in crying, you've been lying, you've been cheating, cheating on me. Another lover you discover, all love's gone and I don't know why. It's just as well though, at last I do know all said was just a lie. So I'm trying hard to forget. You've been cheating, wishing you I'd never met, 'cause you've been cheating. Did you know lies can be seen in your eyes? And from wrong you'll never be free. No use in crying, you've been lying, you've been cheating, cheating on me. You've been cheating, baby. You've been cheating, you must not love me. You've been cheating, you must not want me. You've been cheating, you just don't care.
Yeah, Johnny G digging on that record. I apologize, folks, for all the hand waving, but I like that record. October 1965. That is the intended A-side there. Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions, their 19th release on ABC Paramount. You've Been Cheating is the name of the tune. And prior to that, we heard the B-side, Man, Oh Man. That one there requested by Strictly 45s. Let us continue now. Fill a request for listener Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat for this next singer, born in Meadville, Pennsylvania. And his first release came out on the what is that label, Charlene? Marjan label out of Sharon, Pennsylvania. Okay. But was this on that label, Charlene? I don't know. But this was his first of two. It came out on Sid Nathan's Deluxe. Actually, I don't know. I think Sid Nathan sold the label by then, and because the numbering sequence changed. This was the 100 series. I think that was when Starday bought the label. And this song, first came out on Big Jim's Big Jim label in 1967, and then wait a minute. Then the song came out on Lester Johnson's Way Out label in 1969. I think when Leonard sent me the email, he mentioned it on the Way Out record label. And then it ends up on Deluxe, and that's how I have it. And this song co-written by the singer. His name is Bobby Wade. Bobby Wade. This is co-produced by Lester Johnson, arranged by Willie Smith. It's a touch of the 70s here, although this record was released, I think, prior to 1970, but this release is from February of 1970 by request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. Let's give a listen to Bobby Wade. Bobby Wade, W-A-D-E. It's called Can't You Hear Me Calling? This is for Leonard Mancini. There you go, by request for Leonard Mancini. That is the sound of, where I lost my place, Bobby Wade. Bobby Wade. And let me see, originally this record, I'm looking here on, when did it come out here? On Way Out. Well, wait a minute. So Way Out says, according to 45 Cat, Four Walls. Oh, there you go. November 1969. So this record originally released in November of 1969 on Way Out Records. And that was the B-side. It's called Can't You Help Me Calling is the name of the tune. Now, Reed King in our YouTube chat room asked for an instant request on the flip side. So let's give it a spin to the flip side here. Originally released in November of 1969. Deluxe put it out in February of 1970. This is the intended A-side. It's called Four Walls and One Window for Reed King. His name is Bobby Wade.
As I sit here watching the world pass me by, knowing that no one cares if I
There you go, instant requests here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Okay, so we're going to clear all this up. That is the intended A-side. Okay, the intended A-side initially released in February of 1970 that Reed requested. Four Walls and one Window, that one there on Deluxe Records. Then what happened was they put on the B-side a 1967 release. Okay, originally came out on the Big Jim label, which was called Can't You Hear Me Calling? And then that was there originally released in 1967 as a B-side. So they said, well, let's put this old one, you know, this record you did back in 67 on your 1970 70 release. So that's what happened with that 45. Johnny G's got it right, as the copyright police are out, and they're probably going to remain out with this next request for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat. When we go to the Berry Gordy Jr.'s MOTOWN Empire for this group from Inkster, Michigan. They formed in high school back in 1960, and they would become the first girl group to sign with Berry Gordy Jr. and his MOTOWN Empire. Had 24 releases on the Tamla record label. This was their fifth release, a tune written by Brian Holland, Lamont Dozier, and Freddie Gorman. It was produced by Brian Holland. This charted number 49 on Billboard. It was number 10 on the R&B chart, and a big number 3 record if you were tuned in to WOOK out of Washington, D.C. Let's go to October of 1962 by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room. These are the Marvelettes. The Marvelettes on Tamla. This is Gladys Horton on lead. The tune is called Strange I Know. This is for James Brown. There you go. That's Gladys Horton on lead with the Marvelettes on the Tamla record label by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room. October 62 release. Strange I Know is the name of that tune. Let us continue here, and let's fill a request now for a Grayland, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat as we go to Chicago, Illinois, as this group's debut single came out on Dick Simon's Satellite label. Then they put out 4 more on the sister label, which was called St. Lawrence Records, and this was their third of 4. And I don't think I'll get... I think I've played this before, but I don't think I'll get a copyright strike on this. but they're doing the Beatles tune. This tune written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. They released it back in 1965 on the Capitol record label. Let's give a listen to this version that made it up to number 100 on the Billboard charts, 98 on Cashbox, 7 on the R&B chart, and a big number 2 record. This was a number 2 record if you were listening to WOL in Washington, D.C. from August 1966. They're called the Vontastics. The Vontastics on St. Lawrence Records, going out to Grayland, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room. Their rendition of the tune, Day Tripper for Grayland. Cover tunes here on the Vinyltreasure Show. What I do with you? Here we go. There you go. The sound of the Vontastics there. That one there on the St. Lawrence record label from August 1966. The Vontastics with Day Tripper. Hopefully Johnny G won't be tripping tomorrow, because I'm going to have a big day tomorrow as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's fill a request now for listener Amnon. Has been featuring this group. He requested a whole bunch of their records. I just got to be careful about them, but I don't think I'll have trouble with this duo from Miami, Florida. And this is their 8th release for the Stax record label. And this tune, this is, I had to take a double take. And Charlene's got a mistake on here. Forgot to put the right title. This is a tune written by Sam Cooke, first done in 1961, covered by the Sims Twins. They did it first on the SAR record label. This is the intended A-side as done by Sam Moore and Dave Prater, a.k.a. Sam and Dave. And I think I don't know if this was done in front of a live audience or not. I think this is the thing with with an audience, but you sometimes you can tell if it's real or it's not. If anybody knows in the chat room, please let Johnny G know the facts on this record. But this did chart number 56 on Billboard, number 16 on the R&B chart. This was a number 3 record on KFJZ. If you were listening in Fort Worth, Texas. Actually, I take it back. Charlene's got some info here. This was recorded in London, England, probably at a concert they did. So that explains it. May 1967, by request for listener Emnon. Sam and Dave on the Stax label, and their rendition, the live rendition of the tune, Soothe Me. This is for Emnon.
We are from Stax out of Memphis, Tennessee. And they call us Sam and Dave. My name is Sam, and this is Dave. So we want everybody to come on and put their hands right here for us. We're gonna have just a little fun. Bring it down now. Let's get a thing going. I want to do you like that. You like it? Now listen to this. Soothe me. Soothe me. Come on, everybody. Have a little louder than that. Yeah. Make me feel good, won't you? Oh, yeah. I like it like that. Yeah. And I like this song. And doggone it, I want you to do what you want to do. Hey! Soothe me, baby. Soothe me. Soothe me with your kindness. Boy, you know your power, loving is soothing to me. Listen, how I used to ramble, and how I used to roll. Listen, but since I met this baby of mine, and all I do is get on, and I tell her to listen, soothe me, baby, soothe me with your kindness. Boy, you know your powerful loving is soothing to me. Listen to this, will you? I used to have a lot of girls, had them big and small. But since I met this baby of mine, I don't want no other girl at all. Soothe me, baby, soothe me. Soothe me with your kindness. Boy, you know your powerful loving is soothing to me. Lord, soothe me. Soothe me. You come on and soothe me. Like you're supposed to soothe me. Look here, girls. I'm talking to the girls out there. That's it. Oh, soothe me. Soothe me. Soothe me. Soothe me. Soothe me.
There you go, by request for listener Emnon there. That's May 1967. That's Soothe Me, the Sam Cooke tune, originally done by the Sims Twins. That one there recorded live in London, England at one of their concerts, and Stax put it out. And Emnon also requested the flip side of this. Let's flip it over. There we go. We flipped this 45 over, released in May of 1967. This side written by Alan A. Jones and Homer Banks. This is the B-side to Soothe Me. This one charted regionally. This was a number 8 record on WTHB in Augusta, Georgia. From May 67, a B-side for Sam Moore and Dave Prater, a.k.a. Sam and Dave. It's called I Can't Stand Up for Falling Down. Sam and Dave for Emnon.
Simple as love is, mhm, yet it confused me. Why I'm not loved, oh yeah, the way I should be. Listen, I've lived with heartaches, oh yeah, and I've ruled with fears. I've walked with despair, and oh, I'm wrestled with tears. Oh, I can't stand up for falling down. I can't stand up for falling down. The vow we made, oh yeah, you broke it in two. But that can stop Sam and Dave from loving you. Yeah. I can't stand up for falling down. We can't stand up for falling down.
Yeah, there's a great soulful ballad there by request for listener M. Now we're going to send it out also to Trend Forward in our YouTube chat. I mean, he likes that tune. A great tune there, B-side there from May 67 for Sam and Dave. I Can't Stand Up for Falling Down is the name of the tune. And that one there, the flip side of Soothe Me. That both sides requested by Emna. We'll send that one out to Trend Forward. As we continue here on the All 60s edition, let's fill a request now for listener Bill Olben, New Jersey. Or he requested this gal. She's originally from Hazel, Kentucky. She began recording way back in 1956 as Sherry Lee on the Marvel label. I don't have that release. Then in the late 1950s, she recorded as Jackie Lee with releases on Gone and Liberty Records. She would then record as a Jackie Shannon on the PJ, Sage, and Fraternity and Dot labels, and that was through 1959. I have that PJ release, by the way. But then she would just become Jackie DeShannon, and that was in 1960, and when she signed with Edison International. And she stuck with that name for the remainder of her career, and she would return to Liberty Records in late 1960 to have 17 releases for the Liberty label. And then through the fall of 1964, Liberty would get bought out by Imperial Records. So they would switch over from Liberty to Imperial. And she would have another 18 releases through April of 1970. Now, Bill requested her first release that came out on the Imperial record label. And this is a B-side. The A-side was a big hit for her, a number 7 hit called What the World Needs Now Is Love. But Bill requested the flip side. This tune was produced and arranged by Charlie Blackwell, and she wrote this tune from April 1965 for listener Bill Olben, New Jersey. This is Jackie DeShannon. Jackie DeShannon on the Imperial label with a B-side. It's called I Remember the Boy. This is for Bill Olb.
I remember the boy who held his hand in mine. He was the boy not looking to change my mind. And let me tell you now, every day that he's been away, you know I cry all night. Somehow I feel like I didn't do right, and I can still see his face. 'Cause
'cause it's deep in my memory, ringing in my ears are all the things that he once told to me. I don't think he was putting me on when he said he just had to move on. The stars up in the sky he's reaching for only make me love him more.
B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there by request for listener Bill Olbin, New Jersey. That is Miss Jackie DeShannon. That's the B-side to What the World Needs Now Is Love. A big hit for her. You got to flip over your 45s. April 65 release, her first on the Imperial label. With I Remember the Boy. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. By the way, Bill Olb will be my in-studio guest soon. We're going to make the announcement soon. He'll be doing his gospel special. That'll be a Thursday afternoon beginning at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 to 3 right here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's continue here and fill a request for listener Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. You know this singer, born Stevelyn Morris on May 13th, 1950 in Saginaw, Michigan. Great singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, producer, blind since birth. But through the years, he has become a music icon and known throughout the world. But he started recording back in 1962 when he was only 12 years old. Now, his first tune, his debut single, was a tune called I Call It Pretty Music, and was issued on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Tamla record label. He had about, well, I don't know, maybe more than 50, Charlene, but she's got 50 here. But this is his 20th release that Ron Harry requested. It's a song he co-wrote. It's produced by Henry Cosby, and who also he produced it, and this charted. This is a big hit. Let's test the waters here at this hour. Number 9 on Billboard, number 1 on the R&B chart from March 1968. Are we going to get shut down? No, I don't know. We'll see. It's Mr. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. It's called Shooby Dooby Doo Da Day. The great Stevie Wonder for Ron Harry.
Tender touch.
Hits here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show, March 1968 release there for Mr. Stevie Wonder by request for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room on the Tamla record label. Big hit for him, Shooby Dooby Doodah Day is the name of the tune. And last week, Ron requested Ben E. King. Ben E. King from December 1964 on the Atco label with his tune called River of Tears. And Reed King asked for the flip side. And Benny King wrote this side, too. This is arranged by Ray Ellis. This charted number 45 on the Billboard chart, number 11 on the R&B chart, and a big number 4 record on WAMS if you were tuned in Wilmington, Delaware. So by request for Reed King in our YouTube chat room, December 64, the flip side of Ron Harry's request from last week, River of Tears, this side called 7 Letters, Mr. Benny King for Reed.
This is my last letter, baby. I just can't write you anymore. My poor little finger's swollen. I'm tired of pacing the floor, yes I am. Threw away our favorite record. It was tearing me apart. This is my 7th letter, baby, just to satisfy my heart. Monday I wrote and told you I was all alone and blue. Tuesday I wrote again, baby. I said I love no one but you. No, I don't. Wednesday, I watch your cable, begging you to call. Thursday, I sent a message. I said I was wrong, and darling, please come back home. Friday, I woke up crying. Wet the step with a tear. Come that long, lonesome Saturday, I did the same thing all over again. Yes, I did. 7. This is my 7th letter, baby. On this bright Sunday morning, just got off my knees from praying. I said, oh Lord, please send her back home. Can't you hear me talking to her? This is my last letter. 7 letters, 7 days, 7 long, lonely days. Now I said, this is my love. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Say that it never fails. It never fails. There you go, by request for Reed King there, Mr. Benny King, December 1964 release there on the Atco record label. 7 Letters is the name of the tune, as they just gave Johnny G 7 letters of blackout there. That is a terrible thing that they did, you know, and then this show will go up. So those of you have to come over to oldiesandmoreradio.com. That is where you need to go, but it will come on momentarily here as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's fill a request now for listener going out to the UK. What did I do with his? Gary, no, where is it? No, Mark. It's, here we go. Let's fill a request now for listener Mark McHugh in the UK. And this group is out of Detroit, Michigan, recorded for Berry Gordy Jr.'s Soul label. And this was their first of 17. Now, this song was first done way back in 1943 for a singer by the name of Leadbelly on the Ash record label. This one was produced by, let's listen to this rendition, by the Originals. It was produced by Clarence Paul. It features a Joe Stubbs on lead. Now he was the brother of Levi Stubbs of the Four Tops. The other members of the group were Freddie Gorman, Walter Haynes, Hank Dixon, and C.P. Spencer. So by request for Mark McHugh, December 1966, doing the Leadbelly tune from 1943. I'll repeat, with Joe Stubbs on lead. That was Leroy Stubbs' brother of the Four Tops. Here are the Originals on Soul Records with their cover of the tune "Good Night, Irene." Now, I hope it's not "Good Night," but let us go for Mark McHugh, December 66, the Originals.
I'll see you in my dream. Hey, Irene, good night, Irene, Irene, good night, Irene, good night, Irene. Girl, I'm gonna see you in my dream. Early morning, late Saturday night, I got married. Me and my wife settled down. Oh yes, we did. Now me and my wife are partying. Yes, we are now. Girl, I'm gonna take another stroll downtown. Sometimes I live in the country. Yes, I do. Sometimes I live in town. Oh yeah. Sometimes I take a great ocean. Yes, I do sometimes. Girl, I'm gonna jump in the river and drown. Now look at me. All alone, my money's gone, my woman's mad, and I'm feeling bad. Whoa, what am I gonna do, girl? I'm gonna stop gambling. Stop driving. I'm gonna stop running too. Better stop playing, staying up late at night. Hey, that's a good advice. I'm going home, to my wife. No, I'm waiting for me. Then I'm gonna sit by the fireside so bright. Irene, you caused me to weep no more. Irene, you caused me to leave my home. Irene, I just come to tell you good night. Irene, good night, Irene. Girl, I'm gonna see you. Girl, I'm gonna see you in my dream.
There you go, cover tunes here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there going out to Mark McHugh. That's December 1966 release. The Originals there on the Soul record label. Good Night, Irene is the name of the tune. That's Joe Stubbs doing the lead on that one there. I posted in the YouTube chat room there that the I see people coming into the Oldies and More chat room there now, that you got to go to that link to come into the chat room to listen to the program. They're going to go back and forth. You can keep it on there for a little bit. My mother's totally lost. She's going to be upset because she can't see it, and she doesn't know how to switch to the to listen to the show. But she's going to be upset. Thank you, YouTube, for doing this. But let us continue here. And let's fill a request now for, I want to play this one for David Vilma. Let me get to the, this is 4, it's probably number 3. Is it 3? Busta Bass is on 2. David Vilma is here. Let us fill a request for listener David Vilma as we go to this trio from Philadelphia. They were discovered by Jerry Ross. Now, the trio consisted of George Garner, Joe Livingston, and the lead singer on this. Her name is Carol Jackson. They had 4 releases on the Swan record label. This was their second release, a tune written by Jerry Ross and Kenny Gamble. It was arranged by Joe Renzetti, who was actually playing the guitar on this. This charted number 25 on Billboard, number 23 on Cashbox, number 9 on the R&B chart, and number 3 on WNDR out of Syracuse, New York, by request for listener David Vilma. Let's give a listen to the Sapphires. The Sapphires from November 63 doing their tune called Who Do You Love? This is going out to David Vilma. Here you go with the great sound of the Sapphires there by request for David Vilma, November 1963. It's on the Swan record label. That is Carol Jackson. She's on lead there. Who Do You Love is the name of the tune. And after Swan, they would have 6 releases on the ABC Paramount record label. Some of those ABC releases are very expensive. They are. Johnny G here on Oldies and More Radio. We were on YouTube. Well, let's see if they take me back here, because sometimes you don't know with the AI and what they're doing. So I know many of you have come in here on, I see people in the chat room here. There's Charlene, Miami Santi, Michael, Michael Case is also in the oldies and more chat room. Let us continue here as we fill a request now for listener George Chestnut. And let's see, the copyright police should not shut me down with this next tune. It's actually a B-side of a major hit. I like this record a lot, and so do a lot of other people. They like this side better than the A-side. This artist, originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, first recording back in 1960 for the Minute label, but he would have his biggest hit, This Was It, released in the fall of 1966 on George Davis's Parlo Records. And the big hit was called Tell It Like It Is. But did you ever flip that 45 over? Very important to do so. Flip your records over. This tune written by label owner George Davis, who was also a musician. He played guitar, bass, sax, and oboe. Now, wait a minute. He played, let me see, it says George Davis, who was also a musician, played guitar, bass, and oboe, and a singer-songwriter Lee Diamond, who also wrote the hit side. Was he playing with him? I don't know. Is that who this is by? Oh yeah, that's the other writer. Okay, so they both wrote this tune. Now, this is a B-side, his first of 3 on the Parlo label, Mr. Aaron Neville. Aaron Neville from October 66. This is by request for George Chestnut, the B-side to Tell It Like It Is, a song entitled Why Worry for George.
There's no need for you to worry about anything. Who can say what the future's gonna bring? If you worry about tomorrow, it will only bring you sorrow. Go out and have a good time.
Here you go, by request for listener George Chestnut. That's the sound of Aaron Neville. Aaron Neville on the Parlo record label. That is a B-side there. That is his first of 3 from October 1966 with a song entitled Why Worry? Well, since Johnny G is blocked anyway, let's give a listen to the A-side of the 45. How about that? It's okay, because, it got destroyed. My 100 people tuned into the program. Now, there's only 49 there, but anyway, so let's flip it over. Let's give a listen to the intended A-side. Johnny G playing hits here, as the damage is already done. But flip over that B-side there by Aaron Neville, Why Worry? This was the intended A-side, a big, big hit for Aaron Neville. It's called Tell It Like It Is on the Parlo record label. Wait, it's not right.
If you want something to play with, go and find yourself a toy. Baby, my time is too expensive, and I'm not a little boy. If you are serious, don't play with my heart, it makes me furious. But if you want me to love you, then baby I will. Girl, you know I will. Tell it like it is. Don't be ashamed, let your conscience be your guide. But I know deep down inside of me, I believe you love me. Forget your foolish pride. Life is too short to have sorrow. You may be here today and gone tomorrow. You might as well get what you want. So go on and live, baby, go on and live. Tell it like it is. I'm nothing to play with. Go and find yourself a toy. But I'll tell it like it is. My time is too expensive, and I'm not your little boy.
There you go, big hits here on the Vinyltreasure Show, the All 60s edition. I don't think I've ever played that here, but since it's already been wrecked, I might as well play it. Those of you tuned in on Oldies and More Radio, there is a chat room there. If you go to the website there, it may come back again. It's unfortunate my mother can't hear it, though. That's the sad thing. But there you go. We heard Why Worry, which is a great B-side there. Then that's the A-side, Tell It Like It Is. Johnny G tries to tell it like it is on a Wednesday evening. Let us continue here. I'm going to end close to midnight here tonight. It's got a big day tomorrow. Let's fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. We go back to Chicago now, as this trio recorded for Harry Mitchell's Kelmac label. They had 5 singles on the label. This was their 4th release, and the trio included Robert Lewis, Carl Washington, and lead singer Larry Brownlee. This, unfortunately, this wasn't a big hit for the group. This was number 128 on Billboard, but their debut single was their biggest hit on Kelmac, called Michael. And this is from March of 1966 by request. I think this might be the follow-up. What did I say? No, this was their 4th. I'm sorry. This was their 4th release. By request for Edmund Williams, the CODs. CODs on Kelmac Records for Edmund Williams. It's called I'm a Good Guy for Edmund Williams.
to realize, you got to realize, and have a little pride. Don't be afraid. Don't let love be your guide. I'll never hurt you, baby. No, I'll make you cry. And that's why. That's why. That's why. I'm a good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. I'm a good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. You got to realize, I've got to have some fun sometimes. Don't be afraid, because I'm not the playboy kind. I'll never hurt you, baby. No, I'll make you cry. That's why. That's why. That's why. I'm a good guy. Everybody knows I'm a good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. He's a real good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. He's a good guy, yeah. He's a good guy, yeah. That's why. That's why. That's why. I'm a good guy, baby. Everybody knows I'm a good guy, baby. Ooh, yeah. A good guy, baby. Said I don't.
There you go. That one there going out to Edmund Williams there. We're going to play the flip of that, and then I got a closer for tonight. That one there from March 1966. That is Larry Brownlee on lead with the CODs on Kelmac Records. I'm a Good Guy is the name of the tune. I am a good guy, but the copyright police shut me down. Don't ask me why they do that. But you see, Lenny, when you do go to the Oldies and More website, it'll take you there. If you look on the website, there's a thing to get into the chat room, but you got to hit one of those players. Well, you don't have to hit one of those players. There's a player that plays on the website, and then you can still go into the chat room. You'll see it under there. It looks like it has songs, that it's because they have I guess they have an auto thing that goes, but there's a little button there. It looks like, the triangle point. There's a triangle, a sideways triangle. You have to click that to play, and you'll hear the show. That's how you do it. If you just go to the website, it does not do it. You have to. There's multiple players there, and there's a player for the site. So when you're on the site, you can play it. I like that better than downloading something, unless you have one of the players that you may use as your default. So that's, unfortunately, I know, folks, I know you would prefer me to see me on the screen. I have to set it up for my mother when I go downstairs. I'm going to do it for her. But we're going to have two more records to go before we sign off here. Anyway, so let's flip over this this Kelmac record. Was distributed by Wonderful Records, by the way. That was the intended A-side, co-written by the lead singer of the group. He also co-wrote the flip side here, as we're going to have one more record to go before we sign off. These are the CODs on the Kelmac label. The song is called Pretty Baby. This is going out to listener Edmund Williams in Queens. And then one more to close.
Try to make it look so nice.
Look so nice.
But no matter how hard I try, my You said my love is not true enough for you. When people know I've been good to you, so I'ma try and hold on to you, baby, with everything that I do. Now I'm gonna love you, and maybe one day you'll try and love me too. Then we won't worry about a thing, baby, 'cause our love will be so true.
There you go. B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there by request for listener Edmund Williams out of Chicago, Reed. Yes, out of Chicago. That's the division of Wonderful Records. March 1966, the CODs. And that is with Larry Brownlee on lead, Pretty Baby, the A-side we heard. Prior to that, I'm a Good Guy. That's on the Kelmac record label. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with Johnny G, send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the best way to get your requests to me. And if not, because Charlene sometimes doesn't see them, and she is too busy doing all these other things for Johnny G, she doesn't sometimes see the requests, and I don't either. I'm multitasking. Maybe after I get the new studio set up, it'll be a little bit different to do that. But program note: I will not be on tomorrow afternoon. I had a show scheduled. I moved it, and you can see I'll be on a week after that. They are posted up on my YouTube site under live programming, and I will not be on Saturday evening either. Okay, because I'm not going to be ready. I'm not going to be prepared for the show. So I sent Ron an email. I haven't heard a response yet. I sent him 2 emails. I hope he got them. But anyway, so I'll be back next Wednesday night. That'll be the today's the whatever it is. It's going to be I think it's the 4th. Is it the 4th? Yeah. No, it's not the 4th. it's the third. Yeah, it's the 4th. I'll be back on the 4th because I have a doctor's appointment the 3rd. But anyway, so I'll be back then, folks. I apologize for the those of you who are going to be oblivious to the show being blocked. You're going to say, what is Johnny and believe me, they have said, what is Johnny talking about? I don't see any blocking or whatever. So they make me like a liar, but I'm not a liar. But anyway, so thank you all for being here. I apologize for this. My mother must be fuming downstairs. But anyway, let's close the show tonight. I got to get going. Let's close the show. This is by request for Johnny G Music. I've had this sitting here for a while. I figured it might be time to play it for whoever Johnny G Music was, but he was in my chat room a while back. He requested Little Anthony and the Imperials. Now, this is a B-side. In 1961, the group disbanded after their releases with the George Goldner's N label, and in 64 they would reunite again. They would meet up with Teddy Randazzo, who brought them to Don Costa's DCP International label, and they would find success again. They had hits like Going Out of My Head, Hurt So Bad, and others. But this is the B-side to the group's 6th release on the DCP record label. The A-side was called Hurt. I think it's a cover of the Timmy Euro tune. But this was the flip side, a tune written and produced and arranged by Teddy Randazzo. And then this did chart. This charted number 35 on KONO out of San Antonio, Texas. And this is a request for listener Johnny G Music. It's not me. It's somebody that came into my chat room as Johnny G Music. From November 65, our closer tonight is by Little Anthony and the Imperials, DCP International. It's called Never Again. Well, maybe never again in this studio. Maybe we'll have a new studio the next time you see Johnny G, but that won't happen till at least next Wednesday evening. But I may rely on you sometime during the weekend or sometime. You'll see, just make sure you subscribe, because you'll see that I go live. You should get an email, and I'll need some of you listeners to check at least my sound levels. That's what I'm going to need you to do. So it's going to be important to that. And also, I'll need you to check also on Oldies and More. So it's going to have to be late. I probably can do the YouTube earlier. So maybe I might do that during the day, and then the Oldies and More would be later on. But I will need people to comment in the chat rooms of how the sound is, so that'll be important. So, and it should be interesting. I don't know what to expect, but anyway, thank you all for being here. I will see you live for a new show next Wednesday evening right here on YouTube, and also hopefully on Oldies and More Radio. I got it backwards. Just want to say, everybody, thank you, Charlene, for all your help. I'll see you all on the next show. Have a safe and happy remainder of the week. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Here you go for Johnny G Music, Little Anthony and the Imperials. It's going to get blocked.
Just one look at you and I can tell that you're a girl that I could love so well. But never again, never again will I ever fall in love. No, never again. 'Cause lips like yours have told me lies before, and I was a fool, but I'm not a fool anymore. But never